A very pleasant day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Auto Review. I'm Ron De Los Reyes. Today we're coming to you from the beautiful Boracay Fairways and Blue Water Golf Resort. And this is in connection with the 10th edition of the Toyota Road Trek. Of course, this is an event organized by Toyota Motor Philippines Corporation. And this is already the 10th edition, and they're bringing back the route which was taken by the first Toyota Road Trek, which was from Iloilo and then drove all the way to Caticlan in Calibo, Aklan. And of course, we're now here in the Paradise Island of Boracay, and you have here some of the cars. These are the new Toyota Wigo units, and today we continue with the fun and competition, which is already a hallmark of the Toyota Road Trek. Of course, another exciting day here in Boracay, and we'll tell you more about this later on in the show. In the meantime, let's take a look at our auto news update. Mitsubishi Motors Philippines Corporation is set to transfer to its newly acquired plant in Laguna as it prepares to ramp up production. The company announced it would be relocating to its newly acquired manufacturing facility in Santa Rosa, Laguna in January next year. MMPC Vice President for Marketing Froilan D. Tiangkin said that all the company's offices will transfer to the plant that was once owned and operated by Ford Philippines. MMPC will leave its 18-hectare facility in Cainta, Rizal by the end of the year. Headquarters will move to the Santa Rosa plant because it has a bigger production capacity. The plant can build 50,000 up to 100,000 vehicles a year. Early this year, MMPC announced it had purchased the 21-hectare manufacturing facility at Greenfield Automotive Park in Santa Rosa City. The acquisition is reported to be part of Mitsubishi Motor Corporation's expansion strategy to bolster global sales and production. This follows Mitsubishi's midterm plan, which stretches until the end of the 2016 fiscal year. Yamaha Motor Philippines Incorporated has launched their partnership with the Universities Athletics Association of the Philippines, or UAAP. Yamaha executives led by President Toku Osugi graced the event. Athletes from the UAAP participating universities were also invited to celebrate the new partnership. From the peak of human performance to a machine's cutting-edge efficiency, the UAAP and Yamaha forged their relationship by dominating in excellence. Lainey Alambro, Marketing Communications Supervisor, explains Yamaha's promotion of a sporty and active lifestyle and other plans of the company following the launch of the partnership.
So this press conference is about the UAAP and Yamaha partnership. So we are establishing now a sports and active lifestyle for our two-wheeler customers. That's why we wanted to partner with UAAP. No? So what activities we have here, of course, we will show our TVC and UAAP, and also we will have a graphic design contest this coming June, wherein inter-university will join, and then we will pick probably 3 so that we can customize our Mio Sporty motorcycles and then display it under universities. And then of course there's a cash prize and motorcycle as a gift for those who will participate and win the activity. Yes, to our viewers, now we would like to invite you on June 7, we will have a Yamaha Club Day wherein we will break a Guinness World Record. Anyway, we will discuss the record in June 7, but any Yamaha Club participants or members, please join us. We are gathering 3,000 members in SM Mall of Asia.
With this tie-up with UAAP, Yamaha hopes to give its customers a thrilling riding experience. Kia Motors Corporation has announced its global sales figures for passenger cars, recreational vehicles, and commercial vehicles for April 2014. This figure represents a 4.9% year-on-year increase. Kia's best-selling model in overseas markets for the month of April was the B segment Rio, with over 41,000 units sold. Rio is known as the K2 in China. The C segment Cerato, known as Forte or K3 in some markets, was the second bestseller with a near to 40,000 units delivered. While the Sportage Compact CUV was the third bestseller with a little over 35,000 units sold. This was followed by the Optima D-segment sedan with 23,000 units purchased and Soul Urban Crossover 19,000 units sold. In April, Kia posted a year-on-year sales increases in China by 12%, North America by 10.8%, and general markets by almost 5%. Through the first 4 months of 2014, Kia's cumulative sales have increased by 5.1% year-on-year to reach nearly 950,000 units. Kia Motors is exclusively distributed in the Philippines by Colombian Autocar Corporation. And so goes our Auto News Update. Auto Review will be back with more. Stay with us.
The all-new Isuzu D-Max.
Cebu's warm people, charming beauties, cool weather, enchanting scenery, jaw-dropping adventures, perky accents, and the spicy crispy lechon will all leave a mark on one's heart. Take this one recent trip to the famed Queen City of the South, for instance. Dubbed as the 2014 Isuzu D-Max 4x4 Drive Series, on its second leg, this time in Cebu, the off-roading event left the participants with worthy scars of added learning, a deeper love for the outdoors, and simply just utter admiration for the Gison experts' well-loved off-road vehicle.
Right now we have on hand three variants of the 4x4 D-Max, the 4x4 automatic LS, the 4x4 manual LS, and the 4x4 manual LT. All these vehicles are equipped with overslang rear suspension, which enables it to climb terrains like this. Also, it has one of the best static stability factor, because of the longer wheelbase as well as the wider track. It is very stable, and it has a very low center of gravity. So I think in situation like this, wherein you really need a vehicle that can go anywhere, D-Max is one of the best candidates for you to go off-roading. On top of that, we have a very high ground clearance. It's a 235mm, a very good traverse angle of up to 49 degrees, and inclination angle of up to 50 degrees. On top of that, very high angle of approach and angle of departure. So you don't have to worry about going to rough terrains, going off-road, even on those places where there are actually no roads.
The D-Max's heart, meanwhile, still the venerable and ever-reliable 4JJ1 TC engine with a 3-liter twin-cam 16-valve turbo intercooler diesel that bursts 146 horsepower at 3,800 RPM and 294 Newton-meters of torque from 1,400 to 3,000 RPM.
Come and see the actual vehicle and feel the performance of D-Max. We will continue the event in Bacolod and the Cagayan de Oro and also in Davao. Please come and see the D-Max.
During the rounds, this beast of a machine cruised past obstacles with relative ease. A series of 40-degree hill climbs with a stall midway up, and also a descent without braking, a lateral climb mount, elephant holes, trail ruts, camber right and camber left sides up in 40-degree angles, a roundabout cone, a lateral descent ditch crossing, cross-axle articulation rail. Isuzu's off-road foray of this series in the Visayas and other areas down south certainly was one unforgettable experience. As they say, once the queen is stirred, kings, bishops, groups, and all others will follow suit. Next week on our Me and By Isuzu, we bring you to the third leg of the Isuzu D-Max 4x4 Drive Series held in Bacolod. The first Metro Carathon Auto Show presented by Auto Review and Total took place in Cubao, Quezon City. Car enthusiasts from across the metro converged at the Anonas LRT City Center parking lot in Cubao to display their prized collection of customized cars. Car owners were filled with excitement and pride as they showed off their vehicles.
Check out my car. I have on my right is a 1995 Toyota Land Cruiser monster truck, and on my left is my 2004 Hummer H2. On the back of the camera is my Chrysler 300C diesel CRDI. Kahit simple lang siya, pwede mo siya ma-customize. Even this Celerio, this is a daily driven car, right? Di ba? Today is a daily driven car. But if you actually put some decals on it, customize it, it can be a car show material.
So, sa lahat ng mga EG, well, that's all motor. So, naka-Highcom siya, LSD, naka-Crower, yung all the works na talaga for high spec engine. Tapos, ginawa pong rating ano siya, look, and at the same time, yung kinumbine yung tinatawag na art sa isang hatchback.
Dozens of customized vehicles were exhibited, from ordinary automobiles to luxury brands and even vintage cars. Some of the participants shared how they got into the customizing business.
Noong college ako, I was watching mga car shows sa transport show dun sa Mega Mall. And then parang nainganyo ako na parang ay, ang sarap mag-customize sa mga kotse, yung mga stock cars. Kasi for me, parang ang boring pag ano siya yung stock. So i-convert natin, i-paint natin, babaligin natin, set up natin. So since then, nag-start siya ng idea na mag-set up ng kotse. Tapos medyo ipon na konting puhunan. Tapos go on na ako sa hobby ko.
I've started setting up my car at the age of 13. Now I have my own business. I have my own company, which is Smart Cars Trading. I have a very tall Land Cruiser with the size of 40-inch rim, made by Jeff Off-Road, of course. It has original paint. It has won several best of shows in car shows, transfer shows, hot import nights. I've been there, and now I want to try out this auto show here.
The journey of 1,000 miles and even more miles traces its roots to the first Toyota road trek held a decade ago. Over the 10 years that followed, the annual Road Trek Summer Adventure hosted by Toyota Motor Philippines for motoring journalists got bolder, grander, and more exciting. The Toyota Road Trek has become one of the Motoring Beat's most eagerly anticipated automotive events for summer. This is the 10th year, and we saw the highlights of the past 9 years, and including the 10th. And what do you think about the road trek? You were part of the road trek for, I think, 3 times already, or 4 times.
Yeah. Firstly, we just want to enjoy the camaraderie with the media people who are always supporting Toyota, and we just want media people to experience Toyota products for driving around all over the Philippines.
This year, Toyota literally took a trip down memory lane and retraced the Iloilo to Boracay route taken for Road Trek 1 in 2004. No motoring event is complete without a friendly competition among the ultra-competitive motoring journalists, so the 40 or so participants were divided into 10 teams of 4 members each. A decade of the road trek, and what's in store for the participants today?
Well, basically, we have lots of challenges, which is how the road trek was known. But the challenges are really fun. It's meant to really build fun, teamwork, and memories after the road trek that you would always remember and say and laugh at and look back and say, wow, it was fun. It was not just driving, but it was pure fun with everyone.
Several challenges awaited the teams along the way, from Toyota Iloilo to Dacaticlan Jetty Port, 220 kilometers away, on day 1. We had to hurdle more challenges in Boracay on day 2. The teams that earned the most points from the various challenges took home cash prizes. The challenges included catching the most number of fish with your own hands and putting them on a pail. trivias, zip line drops, puzzle solving, and many others. Here, the participants were able to ride and drive the all-new Corolla Altis, the Vios, Yaris, and Wigo.
Toyota Vios Cup's 30 race cars on the grid flagged off to officially start an exciting leg of the Toyota Vios Cup held at the Clark International Speedway in Pampanga. The 2014 Toyota Vios Cup with a set number of cars made it the largest starting grid of any AAP or FIA sanctioned motor race in Philippine motorsport history. Congratulations for a very successful event. What do you say for holding this kind of event?
Well, it's my pleasure, to be able to have this kind of a big motorsports event. We use the full circuit of Clark International Speedway, 30 cars. So it was really exciting first lap. No injury, no accident. So very competitive race.
First event for this year for the
Yes.
one make race. How many races are there left for the year?
We plan to have 2 more races within this year. So if you want to join individually, we just have the Vios racing car. It's just 1.2 million pesos. So if you want to join dealer team, our dealer people are happy to accept you.
The heart-pounding event also saw 5 celebrities as well as 5 media personalities in intense wheel-to-wheel racing action. Celebrities in racing action included Rihanna Ramos, Pamela Baranda, Sam YG, Fabio Eden, and Gino Rufino.
It's my first time to join the Vios Cup, and I have 2 words to describe the entire experience. One, congratulations to Toyota. If I were to word it, sorry for using Tagalog, pero nakakilig to see 30 cars on the grid, all of the same, category, specs and everything. And it's the biggest motorsports event in the Philippines. Talagang controlled. Everybody's, helping out the AAP to make this a top-notch event, talagang international standards. And I think, as you have seen, talagang very, very successful. So I'm really hats off to Toyota. And second, thank you for having me here for the Vios Cup.
I think this event is pretty inspirational. Like, motorsports has been kind of quiet for the past, I don't know how many years. But starting last year, they've really managed to make some noise, and a lot of people have gotten more interest in it. And, people like me and all the other drivers out there, none of us are pros. It's just more of like an interest and a hobby for everyone that's on that grid. And now they're giving us a chance to really have the experience. Like, we all have racing licenses now, which is pretty insane. And yeah, they're really creating talent in racing. So I think it's a great idea. It's an inspirational event. Galing nila.
Meanwhile, Luis Guano, the youngest racer to compete at 15 years of age, topped the overall time sheets with a blistering time of 2 minutes and 27.51 seconds to take pole position in the starting grid of Heat 1.
I can't see any difference except like if the older guys are not so fit, they won't be able to be as consistent in the race. It was really fun since the second race I had to start from 12. So it was fun, the challenge to overtake all those other guys.
Well, he had a great race today. First race, he finished on second. Did very well. He has the fastest lap during the whole race. I'm really proud of him, and since he's 15, it's a learning curve, you know. So I think he'll do better next time.
In race 1, however, strong-willed Jason Chuachuy took first, followed by Luis Guano and Fast Escalante in second and third place, respectively. In race 2, it was a slightly different story as hard-charging Alan Uy of Toyota Quezon Avenue captured first place, while Jason Chuachuy, even though finishing the race first, was penalized and just settled for second. Luis Guano, meantime, although starting the grid at 12th, was able to still bag third place to complete the spot for a classic podium finish.
It was a good race. God was very good. We only had 2 days of practice and then race weekend already. We were lucky that our pace went faster in race day because we were about a second and a half slower on qualifying. So we were lucky to keep up with the fast guys and luckily to be on the podium.
In support of his teammate was actor and longtime racer Dominic Ochoa.
Experience was fantastic. It's epic. I came in late as a TQA's driver, Toyota Quezon Avenue's driver. They gave me the seat last week, so I had to hurry things up, everything from schooling, level 1 and level 2 classes, and then practice. My partner, si Alan Uy, got back the first placer for race 2 also. So, congrats, Toyota Quezon Avenue, TQA, congratulations. Thank you for the ride.
Meantime, in both media and celebrity divisions, Time Attack Manila's Chris Ko and model actress Pamela Baranda topped the respective categories. Also capturing the limelight of the event was the exhibition of Japan's Drift King himself, Keiji Tsuchiya, on board Toyota 86. Filipino OPM band The Itchy Worms meantime capped off the night with a live and soothing music for everyone. Tune in to the next leg of this exciting Toyota Vios Cup as it again unfolds this July.
The Toyota Road Trek, a decade of drive. And with that, we bring to a close another edition of Auto Review. We hope you enjoyed it. We would like to thank Toyota Motor Philippines Corporation and also congratulations to them for the 10th edition of the Road Trek, which has brought us to so many beautiful places in the Philippines via air, water, and land. Until next week at the same time here on Auto Review, and from here at the Boracay Fairways and Blue Water, this is Ron De Los Reyes saying thank you for joining us. Drive safely all the time. We'll see you next week.